Hello, coin collectors out there. Welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. Hopefully everyone is having a great day as always. In today's video, we are going to be looking at these Walking Liberty half-dollar coins that you see in front of you right here. Now, we've got them dating from 1941 up until 1946. So a nice little collection here, and we'll go through the values of these coins. Now, the Walking Liberty half dollar came in between the Barber or Liberty Head half dollar and the Franklin Delano Roosevelt half dollar, which came before the JFK half dollar. So these ones right here were made from the series in total was made from 1916 till 1947. I'm going to move some of them aside so we can get a nice look at just one of them, and we'll go over the details of it, and then we'll get into each individual coin in this video. So let me zoom in and show you what we're looking at right here. So this type of design was made by Adolph A. Weinman, whose monogram AW appears under the tips of the tail feathers. So when we flip it over and we look at the reverse side, we can see the designer's initials right there. We've got the AW, it's under the tip of the tail feathers of the eagle. On 1916 coins, some of the 1970 coins, the mint mark is located on the obverse below the motto. So it's always important to know where the mint mark is located on the coins. So for 1916 and 1917, some of them are laid on the front side of the coins. Underneath the motto, which is "In God We Trust" right here. The Mint also created a 2016 gold Liberty Walking half dollar at a smaller dimensions. So these coins right here, the standard dimensions for the Walking Liberty half dollar is going to be, let me just get that for you. It's going to be 30.6 millimeters. In 2016, the United States Mint also created some of these that were gold, but slightly smaller than that in diameter. So those are the two kind of key things to look for, the mint mark, and if you've got one of those gold Walking Liberty half dollars, that'd be pretty cool as well. We'll start it with 1941, and we'll get into the mintages on this coin. And I'll also give you the different kind of definitions of the grading value associated with this. We've got the front side on this side, and then reverse side on this. So in good condition, the definition of a good condition coin is rims are defined. The motto "In God We Trust" is visible. So if you've got completely washed out everything except for that "In God We Trust," then that would just get you a good condition coin. Those are going to be kind of rating of 4 out of 70 as far as the best possible grade. Then when we get up into the very fine, the skirt lines are sharp. So if we see right here, the skirt lines are sharp. So yes, it's going to get at least that very fine condition. We get into the about uncirculated. So we see slight trace of wear on Liberty's head, knees, and breasts, and on the eagle's claws. So when we see it, we probably slightly more than slight wear, so probably in the extreme fine, which would be nearly all gown lines are visible for this coin right here. So that'd be an EF40 for this coin. So keep in mind, once we start talking about the prices, this one probably gets the EF40 grade. This one gets maybe EF40 as well, maybe a little bit less, but these coins are in decent condition. So in the year 1941, I've got the red book in front of me, which lists the different price guides for these coins. Now, sometimes the red book comes out early in the year, so they try and project what the prices of these might be later in the year. And sometimes people think it's a little overstated as far as the prices of these. But for the 1941, for the general Philadelphia Mint coins, there were 24 million. So that's this stack on the left right here, 24,192,000 of them that were made. In extremely fine or EF40 condition, these are going to be worth around $18. Once you get up into the mint state condition, those are going to be worth around $55 for the 1941. And we've got two of those 1941s that we see on the left right here. So we'll move those aside, and we'll go on to the 1942s. 1942 at the Philadelphia Mint, there were 47,818,000 of these coins that were made. There were also an additional 21,120 proof coins that were made. In the EF40 condition, these ones right here are going to be worth around $18 as well. And looking at it, kind of projecting it forward, all of the ones in EF40 that we're looking at from 1942 to 1946 are going to be worth that $18. So keep that in mind. The real price differentiation becomes once you get into the mint state grades associated with these coins. So we've got a cool look at the designer's initials right there. The imagery on the back is an eagle. We see right here in the center with its wings spread and the value below. So we got the value below down here, the engraver's initials right here, E pluribus unum, which translates to out of one many, United States of America. And we can see a lot of good detail on Walking Liberty's dress or skirt right there on the obverse side of the coin. So we've got three 1940s that are part of my collection. And this is probably the most worn out one that we've seen so far, but still got some good definition to it. All right, on to 1943. Now probably the one that's in the roughest condition of them all is going to be this one right here. This is actually a 44. So let me set that aside for the next part. So 1943, there were 53,190,000 of these that were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Again, these are going to be worth around $18 in EF40 condition. So EF40 condition means that you can still see all of the lines on the dress. Very clear imagery of the engraver's initials right there, AW. Here's the second 1943. Always want to look to see if there's any doubling, if there's any errors, visible errors that you can see, like cut errors, which would be extra kind of blob on the coin, maybe a little bit on the right side right here. That's probably post-mint damage that we see on that side. Not something that was part of the original mint's work right there. All right, so now we're on to the 1944s. Now this is probably the roughest shape one that I've got in the bunch. Easily the roughest shape one. Very, very, very worn out, as well as it's got some significant miscolorization to it. So 1944, clear enough though to still see the date at the bottom. So in good condition, probably the worst condition, but we can still see In God We Trust. These are going to be worth around $10. In 1944, there were 28,206,000 of them that were made, and I have 5 of them in front of me right here. There were also some smaller mintages made at the Denver Mint and San Francisco Mint as well, but that 28 million is just for the Philadelphia Mint, which will not have a mint mark on it. That's the second. Here is the third of the 1944s. Here is the fourth. And here is the fifth. So 5 in total of the 1944s. This one's got some great definition to the front side, or the reverse side with the eagle on the back right here. And now on to 1945. There were 31,502,000 of these that were made in 1945. These ones, again, are going to be worth $18 in EF40 condition. This one maybe probably in the fine condition, probably worth around $12. The front side and the back side to the coin right here. Now this one's got a much shinier finish to it, so it's almost like it's maybe a proof coin. You guys can let me know what you think, but this 1945, I don't see that there were any proof coins made for that year, so maybe it's just a shinier, much shinier finish to it. In 1945, there were 31,502,000 of these coins that were made at the Philadelphia Mint. Here is the third and final 1945 right here. All right, on to the final year of my set. Now, they did make them in 1947 as well, but my set only goes, my collection here only goes up to 1946. In 1947, there were only 4 million of them that were made at the Philadelphia Mint. 1946, there were still 12 million of them made in 1946, or at least dated 1946. Sometimes they'll be making them in the year after and still have the prior year date on them. So for 1946, also keep in mind there's a known double die reversed. So when we flip it over, if we look on the reverse side, let me get that information for you on the 1946 double die reverse. So the 1946 double die reverse has very strong doubling, is evident on the E pluribus unum. So we want to look at that area right there. Now this is for the Philadelphia Mint. So look for, see if it's any doubling, as if like the die that struck it hit it kind of twice, or maybe hit it once and then bounce back a little bit and then hit it again. So very strong doubling is evident on the E pluribus unum, the eagle's wing feathers, the eagle's left wing in the branch. So it's kind of all over. Look for any doubling on the branch there, the eagle's wing feathers on the branch. So this is the second of the two most popular double dies on the series. Early die states Command Premium in July of 2001, a PCGS MS66 sold at public auction for $6,325 for that double die 1946. All right, everyone, we'll quickly kind of recap the ones that we looked at. So we got the 1946 right here. We have 3 of the 1945s. We have some 1943s, 1942s, 1941, the stack of 1944s that I missed in that series, and these are all on top right here. So some very cool coins. If you are into coin collecting, please do check out some of the other videos on this channel. Thank you very much, everyone, and best of luck coin collecting out there. Enjoy!